I was thinking of a verse today as I was driving in the car, and I shared that verse on my Facebook page from Isaiah chapter 1. And those verses from that chapter remind us of what the people gained because of their obedience to God. There was a reward for them being obedient. Obedience is something that is a challenge at times. How do we be obedient toward God? Many times we have a lot of resources that if you're feeling this way, you can look to these verses. If you have a question about this, look to these verses. And those things are very helpful. But at the end of the day, when we are reading the scriptures, if we're only reading the scriptures so we find the answers to the questions that people are asking, if that's the only purpose that we have in reading, we're missing the whole story. In Matthew's gospel and in the gospels, when Jesus calls the disciples, he doesn't say, believe in me, and then start listening to the Pharisees as they're reading the Old Testament scrolls so you'll gain more knowledge of my Father in heaven. He says, follow me. He calls them into action, not just a belief in who he is, but to believe in him so much, to have faith in him so much, to follow him wherever he goes. We are called to follow. We are called to listen, to be attentive, and to live a life that exemplifies Jesus. Obedience is something that is much, much more important than just knowing the right answer. We can know all the answers, how to answer the questions, how to give a profound response so that people may be encouraged with our response. But if we aren't living our lives in obedience to God's commands, we are leading people astray. He says to the disciples, come and I will make you fishermen of men. I will make you go into this world, teach you the ways that I am teaching, that you may go into the world and tell people about me and share with them the love of Christ. What does obedience look like to you? Maybe God is calling you into a stronger relationship with him, into a more disciplined Bible study, into being involved in a church activity or a church program to use your gifts and your talents to glorify him. There are so many ways that God calls us into obedience. But if we continue to not follow, if we continue to put that aside and say, well, if I don't do it, God will find somebody else, we may be missing that opportunity that he has called us to. We may be missing that blessing that he is trying to use us for. When we serve God and we show others the love of Christ, we not only bring a possible blessing into our own lives, but we may be a blessing to someone else. Today, I hope that you have been encouraged by this day. And if for some reason there's something in today that wasn't encouragement, let tomorrow be that day. Wake up in the morning and say, I want to be encouraged by you, Lord. Read the word, pray to God, and let the day reveal the truths, reveal the blessings that God gives each and every day. I hope you're blessed.